Barracuda to the soldiers out there putting in work. No, I salute you wise as a serpent, harness in the dove. How I maneuver, cause the saints gon' be taking the kingdom. That's our future, cause Esau is the end of the world. If you never knew this, history only show you the ways that they the truest. So the scriptures really show us the path to our renewal. Coming back to the yard for things, that's what we doing. Adversaries at an all-time high. That's every nation and my spirit feeling like it's gonna fly. That's levitation. That's why I keep my mind on this word. That's meditation. Don't know the day the Lord coming back. So I guess we waiting, but I do know we living in days of revelation. Babylon, a great city, gonna fall. No hesitation. Russia already ran and invaded up in Ukraine. And the Lord has your heart in his hands, then you insane. Cause the world getting ready for the valley of Jehoshaphat. The Lord gathering all nations. No, we ain't holding back. Cause when he come back with 144,000 to render judgment on the nations, cause they been wild. The world getting ready for the valley of Jehoshaphat. The Lord gathering all nations, no, we ain't holding back. Cause when he come back with 144,000 to render judgment on the nations, cause they been wild. The book of Revelations 18 and 4, so come out of the daughter Babylon, America is a dinosaur, born to stink as soon as your house. A shot make that fire hit, and 1 hour Washington D.C. turn to a fire pit. So how the hell Esau ain't the white man when he got this fire lit? He's the father of lies, you a fool if you believe this shit. The best lie that Satan never told is that he didn't exist, and the worst lie the devil ever told is Yah wasn't missed, giving us God of wood and stone. That's idolatry, but worse than Edomite ain't never been my psychology. But if it was possible, they would fool the elect. But a blasphemy, a hypocrite is something I don't respect. So thank Yah, I got eyes to see. Do they disguise they wolves in sheep clothing and mouth filled with the lies for prophets that prophesy but never come to the truth? The Bible say we should kill them and stone them for what they do. They're dreamers of false dreams that lead you away from knowledge. They speak with smooth words, foundation it ain't too solid. They all about serving mammon and take you away from God. They dance is the lake of fire that carry you right along. Cause the world getting ready for the valley of Jehoshaphat. Lord gathering all nations, no, we ain't holding back. Cause when he come back with 144,000 to render judgment on the nations, cause they been wild. The world getting ready for the valley of Jehoshaphat. The Lord gathering all nations, no, we ain't holding back. Cause when he come back with 144,000 to render judgment on the nations, cause they been wild.
Money, DX.
I wanna get close to you, know what I'm supposed to do. Keep the commandments, be a man of the Lord, cause I'm one of the chosen few. Finna make it through the 12 gates, that's why I'm working so hard. I wanna get close to you, know what I'm supposed to do. Keep the commandments, be a man of the Lord, cause I'm one of the chosen few. Hoping to make it through the 12 gates, that's why I'm working so hard.
It seems like when I'm trying to do right, there's always something blocking my vision to make me lose sight. Yeah, of this journey I'm on, I'm using wisdom and I'd rather choose right than wrong. Cause I am a reflection of you. The way I talk, the way I walk, and how I'm living is true. Yeah. Cause on your name of the dirt, with John 15:18 and say they hated you first. Lost in the sauce, they so confused. They want the world, all I want is you. Lost in the sauce, they so confused. They want the world, me, all I want is you. Wanna be close to you, a deeper bond is true. They keep me rooted and grounded when I'm going through. A special kind of friend, on you I can depend, to give me strength to endure until the end.
Wanna get close to you, know what I'm supposed to do. Keep the commandments, be a man of the Lord, cause I'm one of the chosen few. Hoping to make it through the 12 gates, that's why I'm working so hard. I wanna get close to you, know what I'm supposed to do. Keep the commandments, be a man of the Lord, cause I'm one of the chosen few. Hoping to make it through the 12 gates, that's why I'm working so hard. We know what we believe in for salvations of the Jews. A decision gotta be made, which one you gonna choose. The water on the left,
left and fire on the right. And death is a decision, the law is a way of life. You gotta be hot and cold for Yah or for mammon. This holy bread and water help you make it through the famine. These last days, how you gonna rebel? Are you working to make it or are you living to fail? Are you taking the kingdom or is your soul for sale? Are you ready for judgment? Only time will tell. Repentance a must, in your house shall we trust. So stay in the spirit, don't succumb to your lust. Don't give in to the world, the enemy of God. Don't give up on his people because it's time to ride. Cause how long you gon' serve the devil? And how long you gon' keep being a rebel? I wanna get close to you, know what I'm supposed to do. Keep the commandments, be a man of the Lord. Cause I'm one of the chosen few, hoping to make it through. The 12 gates is why I'm working so hard. I wanna get close to you, know what I'm supposed to do. Keep the commandments, be a man of the Lord. Cause I'm one of the chosen few, hoping to make it through. The 12 gates is why I'm working so hard.
This world, Esau, the devil.
I be representing Dallas, but I am not from Texas though. I was born up in Michigan, but got a Texas flow. My nationality is Joshua Riley, to let my people know. Cause if I ask your nationality, you say you didn't know. Man, the curses are upon us from breaking Yah's laws. And envy and the oppressor is the #1 cause. For generations removing, we forgot what we saw. Slave ships, yokes of iron, whips on our backs from Esau. You must be blind if you can't see. You out your mind if you don't get it. We was cast out of our heaven for the sins that we committed. Was the hit, now we're the tail. Was in heaven, now in hell. It's perpetual cycle of repentance. Does Israel rebel? Yasharala always tripping. It must be the wine that we sipping out of the cup of Babylon that really lich. Got us tipping. Put your trust in the Abba and let them handle all business. I was there when he did it, but I am not Jehovah's Witness. I'm a prince of the power, which means I'm an Israelite. This ain't no war of attrition, man. This is spiritual fights. Not by the gun and not by the flesh. It's all about your mind, not your heart and your chest. If you really believed in the Most High, then you wouldn't run around here stressed. You wouldn't ever care in this world because you know the world is ours. Second Edge 6 and 9 is knowledge and knowledge is power. Because the saints are rising up so we can take the kingdom back. The Lord is not a man that he shall lie. You can take his word as facts. If he said it, then he meant it. Cause prophecy gotta fulfill. Somebody gotta get salvation. Somebody gotta get killed. And if you shedding innocent blood, then your blood gotta spill. Cause the Lord has a balance rate. Don't care how you feel. Cause the heart is deceitful and desperately wicked. How can you trust any man until you to take the laws and ditch it? Talking about God, I love you when you don't even love himself. More concerned about material things and building spiritual wealth. You brought nothing in this world, and you sure can't take it with you. Even the earth gon' take it back, and all you leaving is some pictures. Even that gon' burn in fire when the Lord render his anger. And if you ain't getting your spirit right, you put your soul in danger. So I ain't tripping on no pros. Life is what I chose. Death of the decision. Plus these curses getting old. I want out of this so fresh. Ready to get these blessings. A crown and a right road so we can rule over these nations.
I ain't finna tell you how I got away with this shit.
Whoa, watch the Nazis, you tried it, but you not me. My skin the same color as a gallon jug of sun tea. My girl look like a chocolate bar that comes straight out of her sheets. And you can feel the spirit of the Most High when you by me. My hair feels like a baby lamb when it pink up. And all you hear is who got next when the bruise link up. Barakataya, how I am, Barakataya, how I shot. Call me Yasharada on the streets, that's the battle cry. If you don't know me, honey, I can't do it for no money. Cause no flesh, no profit, nothing. It's the spirit that they hunting. It's just soul that they trying to get you to sell for the bag. Cause the way they looking at it, you can't miss what you never had. Cause if you don't know your purpose, then life is truly worthless. You're looking for another race to think you is nothing. To tell you who you are, where you from, and where you at. Only answer that you got is Africa, and that you black. I'm the prince of the kings of the kings of the rulers. I come from the house of David, something will not leave Judah. I come from a good stock, cause my heritage is royalty. And I lay down my life for my God, now that is loyal. And if the Lord give me 5 talents, I'm bringing back 10. And I don't care if nobody listening, I'm preaching to the wind. And when the 7 come back around, we gon' do it all over again. We will not be ashamed of found it, we the world without an end. Now who you know, tell me to keep the commandments and live just like Christ did. And came to do the will of the Father just like Christ did. My spirit been a work in my body, no longer lifeless. I came to wake the lost out of Israel just like Christ did. It's the book of Nehemiah, my feelings and my thoughts. My soul is not for sale, cause it's already been bought by the one who gave me life, though he gon' get it back. Cause he the one that saved me from all the serpents and the rats. Gave me protection from the pigs, I learned to stay away from the cats. Plus the devil always lurking, trying to get you in his trap. And it was more than a few times that Satan had me in his net. And I am not a gambling man, but if I had to place a bet, I swear the most I was looking out for me when I was in my foolish state. Because he had bigger plans for me, all I had to do was wait. And now I know my purpose and my reason, God is truly great. I learned I had to wait for my season before I elevate. I learned that they gon' hate for any reason, gonna let them hate. But I'ma put my trust in the God and let him regulate. Because he say the vengeance is his, so he won't hesitate to render down judgment on peers that break the law and grace. Have you ever had a friend that you thought that you knew, gave you hugs, called you proof? When we was together, things were good, but the moment that you left it through, switching up on you, homie, that is not loyal. Claim to be a king, but that is not royal. They dirty like a kid, playing in top soil. The Lord gave me the blessings, I do not owe you, and I do not know you. The things that I can do, I cannot show you. It's a divine intervention in the spiritual sense, and you cannot hold it. The Lord with me with a spiritual gift. To tell the truth, no matter the cost, now that's how real it's gonna get. I'm playing my role, I know who the boss, your house paying the bills. So we ain't taking no losses, open, we ain't living in fear. I elevated my wisdom and I got my mind right. They shooting shots up in the truth, but got bad eyesight. My flesh telling me to get them, but my spirit told me to chill. Gotta be about my Father's business, gotta do God's will. The revelation premeditated what the Lord was gonna be bringing. A judgment of the soul with the scale of justice hanging. It's too late for the snitch and the judge ain't giving out no deals. And ain't no amount of money you can pay to get in that appeal. Not how you say you love our God, but then you always hate your brother. You ain't no different from the heathens if you always hate each other. Need to sanctify your heart, go ahead and purify your soul. Pick up the sword of spirit and don't let the devil take a hold. Now how you say you love our God, but then you always hate your brother. You ain't no different from the heathens if you always hate each other. You need to sanctify your heart, go ahead and purify your soul. Pick up the sword of spirit, don't let the devil take a hold. World War III, we on the brink of it. I love when prophecies come to life. That means we closer to the return of Christ. The foundation of the earth turned right. Cause after the darkness, then come the light. Whatever was wrong, gon' get it right. Then Yasharala will be made Christ white. So get out of your corner, get into your spiritual. Cause if you ain't true, then you know he ain't feeling you. I give you my heart, I give you my loyalty. But I can't let another mortal man try to rule over me. Cause I got a God and I got a king, a lady's not, that's royalty. Transferred from a slave to my lock. Gotta give a shout out to the ox. The wolf selling the green and slinging white. Now they out to yelling, that's right. One teacher to read is one mic.
Deacon.
We bright.
Deacon.
Light shine.
Deacon, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay. Can't hear you. Damn, man. I hear the music. I don't know why. Come, I can't hear you. Ah, shh. Hold up. I didn't see it. We are live. Oh, shh.
We got all types of crazy stuff going on right now. We're going to give all honor and praises to the Most High anyway for letting us be on here. Shout out to Nasia TV, you know what I'm saying, for putting us on this hour. Stay tuned to the next shows that come up after us, to the shows on other days with other Israelites just bringing out this truth, man. Our praises for giving us a platform that we can do our thing in the name of the Most High God, in the name of His Holy Son, Hamashiach Yahushua. What you got, Elder?
Oh, I'm good now. I got everything now. All praise to the Most High.
All praises, man. So, like I was telling them, Elder, we're giving our praise to the Most High. We're giving shout outs to Nasia TV for putting this platform together for Israelites to bring out this truth. And this is the Truth Hurt Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? The truth.
Gone.
So, we're going to go into something I told the Elder about. I was listening to Tupac, right? And you know that song he got, Only God Can Judge. When I came into the truth, our brothers be over analyzing everything. Now that I've been in the truth for some years and got patience, like grandmother say, peace be still, meaning have some patience. Not on to slow down, taking it easy, taking it slow in this truth. I'm analyzing everything and analyzing everything goes. So while I'm listening to this song, yeah, the name of the song is Only God Can Judge. But in the chorus, what it says is only God can judge me when I die. See, they missed that because we so busy want to judge each other or judge every single thing that we missing the little points. We missing the fine print on what we really supposed to. It's not even fine. It's really in bold letters. You know what I'm saying? It's just like you missing the weightier matters of the law. The longer I be in this truth, I'm understanding that we need law, right? We a lawless people. But when it say it's predicated on faith, if you don't have faith in the law or faith in what you're doing, then what good is it? You know what I'm saying? And having that faith, the reason why we're doing this is because we're getting ready for judgment, right? Why else would we be doing this? Why else would we be trying to? It's like doing probation, really. It's like I did probation at a halfway house, right? And you got to go deal with the hard heads that just got out of jail. But I don't have to deal with them like that, but you still got to do community service with them, feed them, things of that nature. But to me, this is like making up for the wrongs that we did and showing the Most High that we are for Him. So
that's right.
Like I said, doing this so that before judgment comes, we can make sure that we clean all our dirt off of us, right? So that's why I'm going into this. when Tupac said it, I remember coming into this truth. All of them, how Tupac lied to y'all. Tupac lied to y'all. No, he didn't. Tupac knew he could be judged because he got judged by man. He got judged by his own people. He got judged by the white man. So he was well aware that you can be judged by man, right? But if you listen to the song carefully, he said, only God can judge me when I die. That's a true statement. So that's what we preparing for, to be judged when we die, right? So we got to concentrate on the things that's going to help us pass judgment. We got to concentrate on the weightier matters of the law. So that's what we're going to go into. Only God can judge me when I die. Let me put this in here right here. You got something to say, Elder Cap?
I'm good.
Watch this. Can you give me Matthew 23 out? Matthew 23 and I remember pulling the scriptures about Georgia. We're going to go all into it. 23 and, what's it, 23? Yeah, 23 and 23. We going right back in the circle where we started from. You know what I'm saying? And we got to slow down so that we don't repeat the mistakes that we done made over and over and over.
John,
can you please read that, folks?
this is the book of Matthew, chapter 23, verse 23. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye pay tithes and mint and anise and coming and have omitted the weightier matters of the law, judgment, mercy, and faith. These ought ye to have done, and not to leave the other undone.
We so worried about in Israel, trying to judge somebody, trying to take somebody to counsel, that we are missing the weightier matters of the law.
Done.
Why are we so quick to want to judge somebody when we all in the same boat? I'd have been sitting in councils where there was no mercy. You ain't got no faith in the Most High, because if you got faith in the Most High, you won't even try to do his job. You know what I'm saying? And even the judges, they ain't have righteous. I done seen unrighteous judgment. This is the weightier matters of the law. We should be having mercy on each other, seeing though we all in this Babylonian captivity together. That's what we got to remember. How am I going to judge you if I'm just as filthy as you? You know what I'm saying? So what we quick to do. As soon as we come into this truth, we quick to want to start judging people. We quick to start wanting to judge our family. We quick to want to start judging other Israelites. They ain't doing this right. She ain't doing this right. Man, come on. Where the mercy? You quick to condemn somebody.
You know, it's funny that you bring that up, and I was looking for something to go along with what you said, and that's still in the same book in Matthew's chapter 23 as well, but verse 13, and it says, "But woe unto you, scribes and you Pharisees, y'all hypocrites, you hypocrites." It says, "Ye shut up the kingdom of heaven against men," which they think that they have the power to shut heaven up from everybody else, like it belongs to them. You know what I'm saying? And then it goes on to say, "For ye neither go in yourselves, neither suffer ye them that are entering to go in." You know what I'm saying? That they not gonna make it themselves. But remember, a lot of our brothers right now that's teaching this so-called truth is into the part where, hey, I'm gonna be 144,000. I'm gonna be the 144,000. Now you're gonna be that one that Christ's gonna say, "Get away from me, you workers of iniquity. I never even known you." You know what I'm saying? So yeah, those judges, those unrighteous judges, they ain't number Pharisees and Sadducees.
That's it. You're doing too much. We got to judge. We already getting judged. If you go against the Most High, and if He loves you, matter of fact, let's get it out the Bible.
Yes, sir.
Let's go to Hebrews chapter 12. We ain't got to talk about it. We got to be about it, right?
That's right.
If we gonna trust in the Most High, let's trust in the Most High. Let's not be hypocrites, because this is the thing. You never know when you gonna fall. If a just man falls down 7 times and get back up, you don't think the Most High got some mercy? But when you go into talking about they shut up heaven, oh, you can't go teach with us. You can't go teach with us. You suspended out. Who the hell are you?
Exactly.
If the Most High gonna sit you down, He gonna sit you down. Christ rolled with Judas, knowing damn well what Judas is gonna do. Knowing damn what he was gonna do. Did it say that any other disciples were perfect men?
I didn't see it.
They rolled with was Yahweh Shai. Know what I'm saying? So
yes, sir.
They were just men. They were learning to be just men.
Gone.
They have to learn to be just men. So you're gonna make mistakes. But if the Most High love you, He gonna straighten you up. How can another man straighten another man up, bro? How can another man straighten another man up by his household?
Can't done it.
If your household out of order, it's because of you. So who the only one can get your household in order?
It's you.
So if you straighten up, your household will straighten up, right? So why do I need a man to tell me that if I'm in the truth? Well, you're suspended for 2 months for this and this and that. Who gave you the authority? Your organization.
And it's funny that the guys that want to get into your house and tell you your house messed up, their house is way out of order.
Come on now.
You know, because in First Timothy, I think it's chapter 3, it says that what the leaders must be. You know what I'm saying? They must have their house in order. How can they lead the house of the Most High? There's no way you can do it.
This is what I rest in. When it say faith, the weightier matters of the law, mercy, and faith, I'm going to rest in the faith of the Most High that He know what He doing. Because if you trust Him, He's going to handle you. Let's read that, Elder.
In Hebrews?
Do we trust in the Most? Do we have faith in the Most High?
In the book of Hebrews, chapter 12? What verse?
5.
Verse 5. This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 12 and verse 5. And ye have forgotten the exhortation which speaketh unto you as unto children. My son, despise not thou the chastening of the Lord, nor faint when thou art rebuked of Him. For whom the Lord loveth, He chasteneth, and scourgeth every son whom He receiveth.
You know,
if ye endure chastening,
if you do
God,
what?
if you endure chastening,
so that means if the Most High chastised you and you endure it, you make it through on the other side. Read on.
As they say in the wicked church. He's speaking to the choir now. Hello, somebody. God dealeth with you as with sons. For what son is he whom the Father chasteneth not?
So check this out. So if I sit you down, what's the chances of you gonna come back doing the same thing?
Boy, 99.9%.
But if the Most High sit you down,
boy, look at here. That 1%, that 0.1 is left over. That may be it.
yeah,
And that's looking. Oh,
yeah.
I remember.
Exactly.
I remember.
That's what it's for.
Yes.
Like that's like, all right, could your kids whoop each other?
They ain't got no authority to be whooping each other.
That's my point exactly. Now, when we was judging, we was in our own land.
Right.
We didn't have no choice. We got if we want to stay in the good graces of the Most High for breaking His law. We don't have any authority here. Why are we trying to exercise authority over each other like the Gentiles? When the Most High said, "Whom He loveth,
He ties that ass up." Yes, sir.
Why I can't get a chance to see if the Lord love me? Why you trying to get in the way of me seeing if the Lord love me or not? Why would I try to get in the way of the Most High doing His job to show you if He really loved you or not?
God.
See, what happens is, this what happens. It's just like the mother. The mother want to steps in and give her less punishment than the father. You just being a mother when you doing that. And it's how the kids gonna turn out. If the father right here and the kids, if you trying to the father trying to chastise the kid, but the mama jumping away, no, my baby. Well, I just give him punishment for 2 weeks. You finna tear that ass up, and she talking about giving him punishment for 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? When he come back, he's gonna do the same damn thing. But if the father tear that ass up, you're gonna think twice because you're gonna be looking over your shoulder. You know what I'm saying? Our brothers is being his mothers. You're getting in the way of the Most High, the Father, doing His business. We ain't got no right to do that. We're not in our homeland. This is organizational stuff that we're doing. Sure, brothers need correction. You know what I'm saying? If it's late, you know what I'm saying? Organizational stuff, but household stuff, kicking a brother out of somewhere because of something between him and his wife, him and his children. No. You got to give a brother a chance to make a recompense and do this work to the Most High if he made a mistake. But no, we want to take control. I'm all with order. Yes, I'm with order. But I know where the ultimate order come from. The ultimate order is the Most High, Christ, man, woman, child. I'm above my pay grade trying to deal with these badass kids. I'm gonna let the father deal with his badass kids.
They is. Yeah. That's what Solomon said. They is.
Badass children.
Just give me wisdom to deal with these badasses.
And the wisdom that the Most High gave me is letting him deal with his children like he dealt with me.
God.
Let's go to Matthew chapter 7. Cap, you got something?
Not right now.
All right. Matthew chapter 7.
Go on and pick that up, Captain.
7 and what?
We start at 1.
1. Okay. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 7 and verse 1. Judge not, that ye be not judged. For with what judgment ye judge, ye shall be judged. And with what measure ye meet, it shall be measured to you again. And why beholdest thou the mote that is in thy brother's eye, but considerest not the beam that is in thine own eye?
And I like the G&T. The G&T break it plain, boy. That thing say, do not judge others, so God will not judge you.
It's pretty plain.
People to understand. We're going to go through the scriptures of what Christ said and get an understanding because at this time the Romans and the Edomites was ruling over us, right? So we was in oppression. How we gonna judge each other when we in oppression?
Right.
It's somebody else who was the judge over Christ. Pontius Pilate, a Roman. That show you right there. We wasn't running nothing. Who was the king? Herod. So we gonna go what Christ said on why we need to stop this foolishness here. We should be gathering together. But what we doing? We spending more time judging each other, wasting time, making videos about each other, acting like we better than each other. And is the goldfish in the tank that's together, are they better than each other if they're in the same damn tank? Now one of them is in the ocean. They all in the Walmart fish tank together. You gonna act like you better than somebody? Come on, man. We in this hellhole together. And the moment we finish realizing that we in hell, and ain't nobody better than nobody in hell unless you do what the Father say, that's the faster we can get up out of here.
Right.
So Matthew 7:1 in G&T say, do not judge others so that God will not judge you. For God will judge you in the same way as you judge others.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to be a judge, then you better be a righteous judge, man.
God.
You ain't got no authority. Like Carmen from South Park say, you have no authority. The best we can do is be brothers and help each other through this captivity we in, man. To the Most High set this thing up. And say, verse 3, why then do you look at the speck in your brother's eye, the speck, and pay no attention to the log in your own eye? So you got a speck, and I got a damn log, man. And that's why people be looking crazy. Like, are you serious, bro? Then when you don't accept their judgment, they want to blackball you.
God.
That brother can't take correction. Only God can judge me when I die.
And think about it too, like this here, D. Now, I say this a lot, but somebody gonna hear it one day. Is that how in the world I got a beam in my eye and I'm trying to pull a speck out of your eye? What am I gonna do? Dig your eyeball out? Because I can't see nothing. I'm just digging and face scratched all up, eyeballs hanging out the side of your head. You see what I'm saying? Because I can't see. And that's just like the blind trying to lead the blind.
I was just pulling that for you. Matthew 23 and 24. Ye blind which strain at a gnat and swallow a camel.
They strain at a net and do what?
Swallow a camel.
But I mean, the little bitty things, you know what I'm saying? You having problems with. You know what I'm saying? But damn, you try to be the point where, damn, I'm gonna eat the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? It don't work that way, bro. It don't work that way. When we judge, and matter of fact, in Israel, that's the reason why the Most High brought Israel over and everything, and they had judges. You know what I'm saying? They had people to do that job, just like they had the Leviticus priests to do what? Pack the holy what's the name on covenant? Yeah, the holy covenant. You know what I'm saying? Then when that one brother tried to run up there and do a good thing, and he was tilting over, he ran up there and tried to grab the thing, and what did he do? Got killed because he was out of order. That's just like a lot of these brothers, they out of order. And they trying to do things that they ain't even got their life ready to do.
Bruh, say that again.
You know what I'm saying?
You want to man on a marriage if you ain't even been married nothing but 1 year. This person, you judging somebody who's been married for 25 years and you barely been married 1 year and you putting down judgment on somebody.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
Because we quit one thing that we'd like to do. It's say what somebody else doing wrong. It say verse 4. How dare you say to your brother, please let me take that speck out of your eye. Please let me take it out of your eye. When you have a log in your own eye.
David, say that again.
Please let me take that speck out your eye.
So this nigga begging. This nigga begging you to let you pull out all his eyeball sockets. It's crazy, bro. It's good. Please, man, let me do it. Let me be the one to do it, man.
Sit down here for counsel and please let me take that speck out of your eye.
Damn.
A lot of brothers going say, from my experience, bro, a lot of brothers doing this thing all wrong. They let a woman come up and charge her husband, right? Other men. And she'll come say her story or say whatever she say, whether right or wrong. And then the end result is what she wants. She want that man to get in trouble.
Yeah.
Right? But can a husband take his wife to a council of other men and have them judge her? That's his wife.
Yep.
That's his wife.
It.
You know what I'm saying? That's why you can't even do. How can you do something to another man's wife? I'm not with that stuff, man. That's jumping the pecking order. That man needs to deal with his wife.
Exactly.
And if you finna do something for somebody's wife, you need to talk to that man.
Exactly.
So I don't understand what's all this hoopla and rush to want to judge one another, and it never helped. Now we can counsel, talk, discuss, figure something out, how we need to go on, but banging the gavel on one another, like you said, the Lord gave us judges. Now this the key. We was in our own land.
Exactly. Exactly.
We got to, if we want to stay right with the Most High, we had to judge each other.
Exactly.
Not in our own land. You go judge somebody, they walk right outside and they in Babylon. At least when we was in our own land, right outside, you keeping the Sabbath. And plus, it wasn't nothing to suspend because we already knew the law. So we didn't have to go teach it. You was already off on the Sabbath. So it wasn't nothing to suspend. These things was not there.
And then they go make up a law. They go make up laws against niggas. You know, oh, now all of a sudden you Moses, huh? You get to make up laws and say what you want to say. You know what I'm saying? Our brothers is, man, you know, I think our brothers really, a lot of them, and I want them to hear what I'm getting ready to say, D. I don't care which one of them, whoever can wear this shoe, okay, and it fits their foot, they need this here. Look here, some of our brothers need to set themselves down, because don't nobody else need to sit you down, and you need to start this thing all over again, but you need to do it walking in the holiness of Christ, the Messiah. You know what I'm saying? That's how you need to start all over, because right now, your drawing board is too cluttered. Can't nobody understand nothing on your board. You know what I'm saying? You can't even understand it. So you need to wipe all that off and then start all over again. Because right now, you are setting yourself up for failure.
Especially
not with Nathaniel, with the Most High.
I think I have some right here.
Bring it out, Cap. What you got?
Proverbs 2:1.
Con, I got it for you.
And
this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 2 and verse 1.
Quick on
my
the sword.
Son, if thou wilt receive my words and hide my commandments with thee, so that thou incline thy ear unto wisdom and apply thine heart to understanding. Keep reading. Cap.
Yeah, keep reading.
Verse 3. Yea, if thou criest after knowledge and lifteth up thy voice for understanding, if thou seek of her as silver and searchest for her as for hid treasures. Then shalt thou understand the fear of the Lord and find the knowledge of Yahweh.
Boy,
Right.
start all over again, brother.
Come on, man.
Good precept. Good precept, man.
Come on, man.
Start all over again, bro.
And that's you got a point there, because this is Hebrews chapter 5 and verse 12, right?
Mm-hmm.
For the time ye ought to be teachers.
You ought to be what?
Teachers,
Come on now.
ye have need that one teach you again,
Start all over again.
which be the first principles of the oracles of God, and are become such as have need of milk and not of strong meat. For everyone that uses milk is unskillful.
Huh?
in the
Say that
word of-
again.
Everyone that uses milk, Salakia, is unskillful in the word of righteousness.
Now,
For he
wait a
is
minute.
a-
Hold on, Dick. Hold on, Dick. Hold on. I know all the precepts, brother. You can't stop me. I know all the precepts. You know what I'm saying? But
Skillful
but you-
with milk.
but you're walking around looking like Baby Huey with a big bottle in your mouth, spilling the milk everywhere. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
It don't make no sense, man.
I gotta take up for the brothers, man. I gotta take up for the brothers.
Dang.
Because I remember not really understanding this scripture. Because, bro, until you put on Christ, what Cap brought out about seeking understanding
Gone.
and knowledge, the next after you learn this milk, see, they think it's precepts, it's spirit. You have to learn to put on Christ. Because what Cap brought out, I'm finna jump over. We finna prove this point. We gonna go to second Esdras in the Apocrypha. I'm finna show you something. And you know when Esdras wrote the books, where this thing at? Bear with me. I believe it's right here, Salakia. When Esdras wrote the 200 and some odd books, right? Let me find it. He gave it to the men of understanding. That means the men of understanding. So that signified to me that you got to go to another level. It ain't just about learning all the precepts, because the Lord told us that he who has small understanding but fear of God is better than he with much wisdom and transgress the law.
Right.
Because you know all the precepts, but if you hating your own brother, bro.
Come on, bro. Come on.
Come on. You work for. I don't give a damn who you think you are. You cannot go around what the scriptures say. You can know all the precepts, right? But you cannot go around what the scriptures say. You just can't do it.
Right. Like
Go ahead.
I often say, like in Proverbs chapter 2 also, but 8 and 9, he said, he keepeth the paths of judgment and preserveth the way of his saints. Then shalt thou understand righteousness and judgment and equity, ye every good path.
Bro, read that again, man. Because the only way you're going to get there if you put on Christ. He's the truth, the way, and the light.
Right. Read again.
Can you read that one more time for me, brother?
All right. Proverbs 2 and 8. He keepeth the paths of judgment and preserveth the way of his saints. Then shalt thou understand righteousness and judgment and equity, ye every good path.
if you put on Christ, then you will understand righteousness.
Right.
If you learn perfect love, then you will have understood righteousness. Because you gotta understand both sides. You gotta love the ones that hate you, which is your brothers and sisters, and the ones that love you, to understand what Christ was going through. This is out of the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 14.
14.
Give me verse 44. 14 and 44. Watch this.
It's the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 14, verse 44. In 40 days, they wrote 204 books. And it came to pass, when the 40 days were fulfilled, that the highest spake, saying, the first that thou hast written, published openly, that the worthy and unworthy may read it. But keep the 70 last, that thou mayest deliver them only to such as be wise among the people. For in them is the spring of understanding, foundation of wisdom, and the stream of knowledge. And I did so.
And Salakia, can you read verse 42 for me out? Because I should have started at 42. Watch this.
42. Okay. Verse 42. The highest gave understanding unto the 5 men. The highest gave understanding unto the 5 men. And they wrote the wonderful visions of the night that were told, which they knew not. And they sat 40 days, and they wrote in the day, and at night they ate bread.
So the Most High gave the understanding of 5 men to help Ezra write these books. They wrote 204 books. Gone? They left, they gave up, what was that, 100 and some odd books for the worthy and the unworthy. That's the Bible. This is for the worthy and the unworthy. Now, when did we start using this? When the Lord gave us understanding. We got Christians who still won't use this, right? They don't understand it. So, screwed up in understanding. Now we got other books like the book of Jasher, the book of Jubilee. Oh, don't touch those books. You know why they say that? Because they don't have no understanding. You gotta come up in your understanding in the spirit. If you think you already got it, you already lost. Because what the Bible say, in the time that you ought to be teaching, you have need to one teacher again. So if you only skillful in the milk, you ain't skillful in righteousness. This is what it's all about. It's all about righteousness. We want to be right with the Most High, so we got to be right with each other. So when we going down trying to put judgment down on each other, do you think we being right? No, if we really loved each other, if I really love you, I'm going to listen to Hebrews 12 and 5 and 6. Because I want to see if the Most High love you, brother. And if I get in the way of that, then I'm stopping the Most High from doing his job. You know what I'm saying? So if I truly love you, then we both want to see if the Most High love you. And me. Because if we get out the way, if the Most High chasten us, then he loves us. That's the weightier matters of the law is mercy, judgment, and faith. Go ahead, Al.
I wanna go back to this Proverbs 2 and start back at 8, and I'm gonna do it at the GNT. And if somebody can get me also uh St. John 6 and verse 60 through 64. All right.
What chapter?
6
Okay.
and verse 60 through 64. But I'm gonna read this here first out the GNT, cause that what made me grunt while ago. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you, you know, if the church had this understanding, they'll know what real shout means. You know what I'm saying? Cause real shout is when the word, not with music, but with the word begin to minister to you. Con? Now this is what it said in GNT. I'm gonna start at verse 8 where you started a while ago. He protect those who treat others fairly and guard those who are devoted to him. If you listen to me, you will know what is right, just, and fair. You will know what you should do. You will become wise, and your knowledge will give you pleasure. Your insight and understanding will protect you and prevent you from doing the wrong things. They will keep you away from people who stir up trouble by what they say. Now bring out that there in John.
This is the book of St. John, chapter 6 and verse 60. Many therefore of his disciples, when they had heard this, said, this is an hard saying. Who can hear it? When Yahushua knew in himself that his disciples murmured at it, he said unto them, doeth this offend you? What and if ye shall see the Son of Man ascend up where he was before? It is the Spirit that quickeneth.
It's the what?
The Spirit that quickeneth.
Read.
The flesh profiteth nothing. The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life. But there are some of you that believe not. There you go.
They don't believe, do they?
No.
Because even though they know the precepts and all this here, but yet you can't stand your brother. You can't gather yourself together. You Israelites all by yourself, but what did the word tell us to do? Gather together, oh nation not desired. You know what I'm saying?
The wheat and the
yes. You see, so it's the word. It's all about the words and how we walk and how we live, because these are the things that protects us. These are the things that keep us from harm, brother, when we do it the right way. And then did you also hear in Proverbs where he said, if you do this thing the right way, you won't bring no harm to your brother.
Exactly.
You see? And here's where the problem is. Too many people want to be the judge, but don't nobody want to be judged.
But he says,
it's crazy.
He judged not.
They working off the flesh. They profited nothing. They don't profit nothing, D.
Nothing.
They don't profit nothing.
I want to keep reading.
You read on.
You hit something there about the belief. Do you believe that Yahushua gonna do what he say?
Come on now.
Verse 65. No, verse 64. But there are some of you that believe not. I knew from the beginning who they were that would
that's the reason why he said, Father, for everyone that you have placed in my hand, I won't lose a one, because he know who they are and he know who them other ones is. Read on.
And that's why he said, and he said, therefore said I unto you, that no man can come unto me except it were given unto him of my Father. Look, now watch this. That's why many of his disciples went back and walked no more with him. They were just talking about Judas.
Yes.
This is talking about many disciples that saying, Yahushua. By
Right.
Shema.
Exactly. Exactly. Call
So-
Allah, Yahweh, Bashim, Hamashiach, Yahweh, shot the water down.
You
Huh?
don't believe it.
Huh?
You don't believe. They don't believe it. You
They
can't
don't believe it.
They don't believe it. I'm saying you could not have faith in the Most High. You would not move your tongue against any of the children of Israel.
Children of Israel.
I
I
think
believe it. Bring it out, Cap.
Sirach 5 and 9.
Huh.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 5, verse 9. Win now not with every wind, and go not into every way,
Woo.
for so doeth the sinner that hath a double tongue.
Wait a minute. Hold on. That's a snake, brother. That's a snake. Read on, dog. Shalaki, that's happened. But you reading about a snake, is mine.
Steadfast in thy understanding, let thy word be the same.
Mm.
You have to be righteous when you're doing this work. We can't. No. Matter of fact, let your word be the same, right out. That means
That's
let
what it say.
your yay and your nay be your yay. So don't go backbiting, don't go turning, don't go changing. Do what's right. If we all did what's right, bro, this thing would go so smoothly. But you clearly know that all of us is not doing what's right because we keep having problems.
Right.
God.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 19 and verse 15. Ye shall do no unrighteous judgment. Thou shalt not respect the persons of poor, nor honor the persons of mighty. But in righteousness shalt thou judge thy neighbor. This is in our own land. So even if you want to do it, all right, you want to do it in your organization, then you got to judge righteously, and you can't have respect to persons, right? So a scripture that we love to run to in Proverbs to justify our judgment, right? Proverbs 31 and verse 9. Open thy mouth, judge right. But check this out. And plead the cause of the poor and needy. So if you doing the same thing the Christian pastor doing because somebody putting more money, more alms in a collection plate or in the alms, and you giving favoritism, respect the person, then you're not judging righteous. And we done seen this from some of the most craziest places in Israel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I ain't saying no names, but I'm saying
I'll tell you what though, D. I'm gonna say a name. Because I got a precept that's gonna say the name. Go on and finish the statement.
I don't want to say no names.
No, don't say no name. I got a precept you're gonna say the name.
Okay. So
all right.
This, right? But we supposed to be pleading the cause of the poor and needy.
That's right.
The poor and needy, we judging the poor and needy. The poor
That's right. Bring it out.
Judged by the white man, already getting judged by society, by their job, by their school, by in their culture. We already getting judged. Why would we put heavy yokes on each other? You know what I'm saying? We supposed to be easing those yokes off each other's necks. And I'm pretty sure that if you show some mercy, that'll help somebody come along way more than if you trying to beat them down all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Open thy mouth, judge righteously. When we go out to the streets and we just beating people down, that's not pleading the cause of the poor and needy. Judge righteously and plead the cause of the poor and needy. We got to be coming against the other nations because we the poor and needy.
That's right. That's right.
Y'all ain't getting no reparations, no 40 acres of the mule, and y'all still putting drugs in the community, guns in the community, unfairly arresting us. If we gonna do that, but coming down on each other all the time, man, that's a waste of time. I'm gonna straighten you up. What Christ say that y'all all he is dying, right?
That's right.
So who gonna be there for him, gonna be there for him. And you can't do nothing about it. You can't make nobody righteous. You can't make your wife righteous. You can't make your children righteous. Hell, in all our righteousness, we are but a bunch of filthy rags. Go ahead, Elder.
Okay, all praises. I don't care which one we read it out of, because the way I'm looking at it is both of them is calling names. All right, it's calling names. But let's go on ahead and get this thing out of the King James KJV, and it's Deuteronomy 23 and 23. Let's see what it says, because it's very important that the things that I say off of my lips, when I say, you know, I don't care how much noise we talk to each other and you know, playing around and carrying on and having fun. You know what I'm saying? When I say I love my brothers with everything in me. You know what I'm saying? And so what rolls off my lip, I should show in what? In my actions, right? Now let's watch how many people the Most High called out right here. Now we ain't gonna call no name, but let's see how many people the Most High called out. Read that, starting at verse 21.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 23 and verse 21. When thou shalt vow a vow unto the Lord thy God, thou shalt not slack to pay it, for the Lord thy God will surely require it of thee, and it will be sin in thee.
So if hold up, D. So if you make a vow, you make that vow while you're standing up there beside that crooked preacher, and everybody else talking about, I take this wonderful woman as my wife, bro, I love you with everything in you. Bro, here's my sword. So if anybody stab you, it wouldn't be me. Here's my shield, my brother. So if I have any defense, I ain't got no shield to use no defense against you. You know what I'm saying? Because I love you that much, my brother, and I trust that you ain't gonna do nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? A Jonathan and David relationship. You feel what I'm saying? So that vow that comes out your mouth, if you don't keep that thing, he said this thing is sin. That's as simple as it gets. Read on, D.
But if thou shalt forbear to vow, it shall be no sin in thee.
So if you forbear to make a vow, and you can't see it, cause you're gonna walk it and not talk it, huh? So there's no sin when you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? Read on.
Verse 23. That which is gone out of thy lips, thou shalt keep and perform.
You should do what?
Keep and perform.
Read on.
Even a free will offering, according as thou hast vowed unto the Lord thy God, which thou hast promised with thy mouth.
See, with your mouth is where you and I and everybody else go wrong. If our mouth is not lining up with our actions, if our mouth is not lining up to where God accepts what we say, because guess what? If the Most High says that I have nothing above my word, then that means that we should be thinking the same way, because Christ told us what? Be ye perfect, for the Father in heaven is perfect, right? And these are the little things that we can do. We can do that. It's not hard to say something and mean it in your heart and walk it and show it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what everybody should do. We should be known by our actions, okay? And not so much by our mouth, because our mouth gets us in too much sin.
And we gonna cover that. Matter of fact, can I get that out of James 3:1 out of the G&T, please?
James 3:1 out the G&T. My brother and sister, not many of you should become teachers. I love this scripture so much right here out of the G&T. He's telling you, you don't want to be teacher, right? As you know We teachers will be judged with great strictness than others.
That's why you
All of us.
hold on, Elder.
Okay.
That's
all
why
right.
you want to be careful about jumping in this arena doing these types of things.
God.
Telling us straight up, we gonna be judged more stricter. So if you so anxious to run out here judging somebody, you're gonna get judged. This is a warning.
Bring it out, D.
This is a warning. It ain't been working, bro. You cannot make nobody righteous. If the Most High don't have you righteous, he gonna get you righteous. You know what I'm saying?
God.
So read
God.
on.
Verse 2. Often make mistakes. All of us often make mistakes. But if it,
hold up, Elder. All of us
Okay.
often make mistakes.
God.
So we all so somebody done reached that level of perfection.
God.
Most we heard about being perfect was 100 years old in that time of knowing who they were. We're in the middle of Babylon. Abraham, they had to go get taught by Sept and Noah. Know what I'm saying? To become perfect. Christ had to be sent by the Most High himself. You know what I'm saying? We can reach it. We can reach it. That's not no problem with that.
God.
But our surroundings around us, come on, you got to give people time to get there. You're not going to get perfect overnight.
That's right.
Read on, Elder.
He said, all of us often make mistakes, but if a person never makes a mistake in what he says,
In what?
In what he says. Okay, that's what he says. You know what I'm saying?
In what he says. Then what he say, Elder?
This is what he says. He is a perfect and is also able to control his whole being.
Close your mouth.
That's it. That's it. Good precept, D.
Or this. I'm gonna give you an example. I watched 60 Days In real quick. This brother was in there, and the guard locked him in the room, right? Because he went back in there to go get his stuff. The guard was an a-hole, but he dealing with prisoners, so I ain't mad at him. The dude went back in there. He went behind him, shut the door. Old boy was mad. He a participant in 60 Days In, so he's not even a real prisoner.
Right.
So when he come out, he literally say, I know I don't need to say nothing. What'd he do? Nah. He told you might well go and get your food and go back in there, right? So he comes back out. Bro, he told the dude when I catch you on the street. Now he know he shouldn't do it. He said it. He said, when I catch you, now he's not even a real prisoner. But he come out with some nigga stuff and he tell the black cop, you a B. When I catch you on the streets, what he do that for? You just got that mouth. He could have took that action. He already had been through it, had finished it. When he came out, he knew he should have shut his mouth. He just made it and worse because now the dude focusing on you. That's the same way in this world. If we learn to close our mouths sometimes, a lot of stuff wouldn't happen to us. But we think we got to defend ourselves. We think we got to say something. We ain't going to let the Most High fight the battle, even though he said, vengeance is mine. We got to learn to shut our mouth like Christ did when they were asking him questions. And he said not a word.
And when he did speak, it's just like he said in John 6:63. You know, the words that I speak.
They got to be the oracles of God, baby.
Got to be. Got to be.
It's the oracles of God. That's the only thing gonna save you. Let's get John chapter 8. Because we rolling into some. I got 3 more scriptures. You know what I'm saying? John chapter 8, finna break it down to change in what was going on. See, we got to keep ourselves in the proper perspective. We was in oppression, and we still trying to run this game plan like we so righteous. That's why he was talking about the letter of the law. The letter of the law. Y'all missing out on the weightier matters of the law, which is judgment. Being righteous about this judgment. seeing both
Yeah.
sides, the mercy and the faith in the Most High God. Understand? Let's see what they did with this sister in Christ.
81.
Con.
This is the book of St. John, chapter 8, verse 1 out of the GNT. Then everyone went home, but Yahushua went to the Mount of Olives. Early the next morning, he went back to the temple. All the people gathered around him, and he sat down and began to teach them. The teachers of the law and the Pharisees brought in a woman who had been caught committing adultery, and they made her stand before them all. Verse 4, teacher, they said to Yahushua, this woman was caught in a very act of committing adultery. In our law, Moses commanded that such a woman must be stoned to death. Now, what do you say? They said this to trap Yahushua so that they could accuse him. But he bent over and wrote on the ground with his finger. Sit there asking.
Come on, now. Come on, Elder.
Shalaki, y'all.
Hold right there, because I'm finna chime in now. So, brought the woman to Christ, right? They brought the sister to Christ. But see, the problem with what they was doing, they started off with unrighteous judgment. Why did they just bring the woman? The law states in Leviticus chapter 20 and verse 10, and the man that committeth adultery with another man's wife, even he that committeth adultery with his neighbor's wife, the adulterer and the adulteress shall surely be put to death. So they start off bringing the woman by herself. So off the top, they committing unrighteous judgment. And then did you get the 4? I mean, where it say? What verse we stop at? 5. It said, in our law, Moses commanded that such a woman must be stoned to death. Now, what do you say? Well, the law say that the man and the woman that committed adultery should be brought in front of the people. Why did they just bring the woman?
Right.
Because they was committing unrighteous judgment. And they tried, and look, the next verse to say, and they said this to trap Yahushua so that they could accuse him. But he bent over and wrote on the ground with his finger. See, if you don't know the law, then you can get over on somebody. But see, he know the law. He is the law.
Right.
We don't try to trip him and trap him in something so we can accuse him. But see, they already accused themselves when they did not bring the man. You caught her in the very act, then you caught the man there too, right? Where's the man? And where's the husband?
Right.
Whose wife it is? How do we even know she was actually caught in that? Ain't no where the husband at?
Right.
Where's the man she got accused with? They could have just pulled any sister up there just to trap Yahushua. See, this is the games we play. This is the games that's getting played today. Because if you don't know the law, people, and look what it said. This Bible, cold. In verse 3, it said, the teachers of the law and the Pharisees brought in a woman who had been caught committing adultery. The teachers of the law.
Right, right.
We teachers of the law, right? So we got to know what the law say. So if you know what the law say, you got to do righteous judgment. They playing games with the Most High, man.
Yeah.
So then it say, as they stood there asking him questions, he straightened himself up and said to them, whichever one of you has committed no sin, may throw the first stone. And it's translated in the KJV, who is without sin cast the first stone. Then he bent over again and wrote on the ground. When they heard this, they all left one by one, the older ones first. Yahushua left alone with the woman still standing there.
Huh.
Why they ain't throw no stones? The same reason why we shouldn't be throwing no stones. You don't know what the hell you gonna do in the future. You can sit up here. I've seen brothers in this truth wholeheartedly for years and just stop. You don't know what they're doing. You don't know what they're up to. But while they was here, they going hard in the paint against everybody. Now what you doing, bro? What you doing in this truth? Why is we so hell-bent on judging one another? Look, that's a perfect example because Christ knew what situation we were going into because he prophesied about us going into captivity. Christ himself prophesied about us going into captivity. How could people, boy, I almost cuss. Boy, how could people who in captivity, who already getting judged, judge one another? First of all, he who is without sin cast the first stone.
Right.
They say we was born in the sin. So the scriptures say that a just man fall down 7 times and get back up. So it seems like we got a long road of hope before we gonna get the chance to be doing this. So I'm just playing proper perspective. The book of Luke, chapter 21 and verse 24 says, and they shall fall by the edge of the sword and shall be led away captive into all nations. And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled. We are in those times. So he prophesied, he prophesied about 70 AD. But we right back in those times again, because we had the Middle Ages, which they call the Dark Ages, when we ruled. Now we back in this time again. He knew it then, and he know it now.
Right.
So how is we running around here judging people when we supposed to be taking this time, this mercy that we got, this grace that we got to get ourselves straight? It don't make no sense. Huh?
No, it don't.
So I got 2 more. Oh, let me finish out what Yahushua said to the woman. Verse 10, he said, he straightened himself up and said to her, where are you? Is there no one left to condemn you? No one, sir, she answered. Well then, Yahushua said, I do not condemn you either. Go, but do not sin again. That's mercy.
Yeah, it is.
How do people who doing unrighteous judgment ain't got mercy? Because they doing unrighteous judgment. But the one that's going to handle business, he judging righteously. He giving mercy. He giving mercy because he told them, y'all omitting the weightier matters of the law, bro. Y'all so quick to want to try to kill somebody that you don't want to even give a chance for repentance. We was bringing turtle doves and goats and sheep for our sins to the point where we wasn't even worried about no sin. We worried about what we can bring, like the tithes today, to think we can clear up our sins.
Right.
So we gonna clear that up. Why they ain't do it with her? Oh, now you want to hold her to the letter of the law. That's what we doing today, y'all. We want to hold each other to the letter of the law, but you ain't got no faith in it, man. If you got faith in it, then you got faith in your Yahushua, and you're going to put on Christ, and you're going to have mercy for one another. You're going to have forgiveness for one another. Especially if the act hasn't even been done to you. I'm just a spectator, a sideliner, somebody who you come to with this, and now I'm trying to judge you on it, and it ain't even been committed against me. Don't make no sense to me, man.
Right.
So I got 2 more scriptures out before we go. 1 Peter chapter 2. I'm going to start at 21. I'm starting at 21. 2 more scriptures.
1 Peter chapter 2.
verse 21.
Verse 21. Okay. This is the book of First Peter, chapter 2, verse 21. For even hereunto were ye called, because Christ also suffered for us, leaving us an example that ye should follow his steps.
Oh, right there. If we following Christ, what did Christ just show? Now, if the woman committed adultery against you, that's one story. But if it ain't even happened to you and you trying to judge somebody, that's a whole nother damn story.
Mm-hmm.
We put on Christ. And it said that we should follow his steps. I see a lot of brothers not following the steps of Christ, man. Read on, Cap.
Verse 22. Who did no sin?
He did what?
No sin.
He did no sin. And that's why he was able to have mercy. He ain't had no hate in his heart. He wasn't bearing no grudge against his people. He didn't have no malice, no gall, none of that in his heart. So he can afford to have mercy and forgiveness.
Right.
That's the stuff we got to get out of ourselves. That malice, that hatred, that nigger spirit. Read on, Cap.
Neither was guile found in his mouth.
Like we read in James 3 and 2. If you hold your mouth, that's what make you a perfect man. So when they talk smack about Christ, he didn't talk smack back. When they threatened him, he didn't threaten back. That's what made him perfect. He had love for his people. He didn't want to see his people killed because he already knew what was going to be coming to his people for the acts they was doing. Why would Christ have to judge you when he already know the Most High finna send them Gentiles at you, those heathens at you?
Yeah.
That's why he prophesied about it. He finna send them people for you, just like today. Why do I got to judge a brother who out there selling dope when I know them people gonna come forward? Because the powers that be is ordained by God. So you resist the powers, you resist the Most High. So if we do breaking the law, you best believe the Most High gonna send them hitters for you.
Right.
We need to have mercy for the brother. Because especially if we've been there, especially if we wiser and got understanding and know how the Most High work, if you do, you will have mercy for your people. Because you know what's going to come upon them when they do. For these younger generation, man, we got to have mercy. Because we know what they doing, they don't know what they doing. That's why the Lord, Christ said, Lord, forgive them for they know not what they do. Because they don't, and we know they don't. So we going to judge them, or we going to have mercy for them and try to help them. Read on, Cap.
Who, verse 23, who, when he was revealed not again. When he suffered, he threatened not, but committed himself to him that judges righteously.
That's it right there. If we don't go against each other and leave ourselves to the one that's going to judge righteously, we're going to be all right. Quit worrying about another brother or another sister, man.
Right.
Worry about yourself. And we going to give me first. You got something, Cap, you want to bring up?
Yeah. Where is it?
Take your time. Because I'm telling you, we better worry about getting ourselves straight, especially if the Lord give you long life. It's a long road to hope, as the old folks say.
Yeah, I got Sirach 10 and 14.
I got you. This is the book.
I'll read it. You just break it down.
Okay,
this is the book of Sirach, chapter 10, verse 14.
Mm-hmm.
The Lord started
13, Cap.
Started 13?
Yeah.
Okay.
Started 12. Started 12.
Okay. Sirach chapter 10, verse 12. The beginning of pride is when one departed from God, and his heart is turned away from his maker. For pride is the beginning of sin, and he that hath it shall pour out abomination, And therefore the Lord brought upon them strange calamities and overthrew them utterly.
Mm.
The Lord had cast down the thrones of proud princes and set up the meek in their stead.
Mm.
The Lord hath plucked up the roots of the proud nations and planted the lowly in their place. The Lord overthrew countries of the heathen and destroyed them to the foundations of the earth. He took some of them away and destroyed them, and hath made their memorial to cease from the earth.
Read that next one.
Pride was not made for men,
Mm.
nor furious anger for them that are born of a woman.
Man, pride wasn't even made for us. If we got to drop this pride that we got, Israel, we got to stop acting like we more than what we is. The Most High made us teachers of the law, but He ain't make us nothing yet as a nation. We got to drop this pride, because
Right.
Proverbs 16 and 18 says, "Pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before the fall." If we humble ourselves, you won't be so quick to want to go judge nobody, man. You wouldn't be so quick to want to make a video against nobody, talk about nobody, because you will constantly be worrying about, are you being humble enough to the Most High? That's why I ain't got nothing to say. We all speak on things, but as far as judging brothers, man, you can have your opinion on things, but as far as judging, you don't even have the authority to execute. So all it is opinions. You don't have the authority to execute no kind of judgment on nobody.
Mm-hmm.
All you doing is talking. And we got that pride, man, and worry about ourselves. Give me 1 Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 31, because Cap brought out a great script about that pride, because that's the main thing that plagues us. Main thing that plagues relationships with men and women. Main thing that plagues relationships between brothers. That pride, man. Pride wasn't even made for us. So that means if pride wasn't made for us, the opposite of pride is humility. That's what we're supposed to have as the sons and daughters of the Most High God. We should have humility with each other, because that's what's going to get you into the kingdom. You think it's going to be a bunch of prideful niggas running around the kingdom of the Most High God? Yeah. It's going to be a bunch of humble saints.
Right.
Keeping their mouths shut, being humble and grateful to the Most High as we walk by that lake of fire burning in every new moon and Sabbath. You're going to be humble. You're not going to be speaking out of turn. You're going to be your best behavior. This is what I know. You're going to be too scared to get out of line. Oh, but right now, Daddy gone. He went and returned to his place till we acknowledge our offenses. But he here, because he executing judgment every day in this place, man. So go on and fool yourself. We got faith in the Most High. I know He's here. I know He's executing judgment. And I know He take care of me and my brothers and my family and my friends.
Right.
Read this, Cap.
Corinthians what?
1 Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 31.
11:31. This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 11 verse 31. For if we would judge ourselves,
the Bible didn't say that. Oh, I need you to judge me, brother. Because I ain't going to get right unless you judge me. What the Bible say?
Right. It says, for if we would judge ourselves, we should not be judged.
I lied, Israel. I got one more precept. James 4 and 12. Lord, forgive me.
What is
James chapter 4 and verse 12.
James 4 and 12. Okay.
They say that we should judge ourselves. We should not be judged by nobody else, because we know ourselves. We have a conscience of what we're doing. If I know I'm wrong, I know I'm wrong. Know what I'm saying? I don't need you to tell me if I'm wrong. I know I'm wrong. We all know what we're doing. Hell, a baby know what they doing.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Know what they doing. But read this for me, Cap.
Okay, this is the book of James, chapter 4, verse 12. There is one lawgiver.
No. I'm a lawgiver. No.
Yeah, there is one lawgiver.
No, the biggest camp in Israel is the lawgiver.
There is one.
Nobody else got the authority. Read on.
Who is able to save and to destroy.
Ooh.
Who art thou that judgest another?
That's it.
Oh, yeah.
There's one lawgiver, man, who's able to save and destroy. So who is we to judge another when the Father already judges?
That's right.
That's all I need.
Okay.
I'm going to leave myself up to the one that's going to judge righteously because I know what I do. I know what I do. People will lie on you to get you in trouble.
That's right. That's right.
So people running around here trusting another man's judgment of another man, and that man just is wrong. People have been caught lying and bearing false witness on people. But what happened to them? What happened to them people who lied on somebody? What happened to the people that's sitting in high places that's judging somebody? Who judging them? The same person that's judging you. The Most High God.
That's right.
Like Tupac, the great Tupac said, I don't give a damn what nobody say. Go and listen to them lyrics because he's speaking truth about these curses that's on us. And he said, only God can judge me when I die. Y'all didn't think, Cap?
No, that's pretty much it right there.
We are the swords of the Spirit of the Most High God, Yah, in the name of the Holy Son, Hamashiach Yahweh. We give all praise, honor, and glory. We say, Kwam Yasharala, Bashem Hamashiach Yahweh. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Shalom.
Shalom.